Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Maureen with the Welcome Home team, and behind the camera, I've got Cory.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, thanks, Cory. So before we get going today, I'd like to ask you to please hit the bell. So if you hit that bell, you will be notified when we're going live as opposed to just liking us. So please subscribe. And today we have the privilege of interviewing our friends from Habitat for Humanity, and we are here at 75 Sand Road at their latest build. So to start us off today, and here is
the rendering.
There's a rendering of what this will look like in the not too distant future. So with me today is Maureen Cameron, and she's the executive director of Habitat for Humanity, Bergen County. So thanks for being with us today, Maureen.
Maria, thank you so much for having us here at our next build at 95 Sand Road. It's getting busy, the cars are coming by, but it's a beautiful autumn day here. We've laid down the foundation of what will be an 1,800 square foot home for a veteran family. We're sitting right in front of the garage. It'll be a 3-bedroom handicapped accessible home. If it needed to become adaptable, it's an easy fix.
All right. So Maureen, to back up just a little bit, Habitat was born.
Habitat for Humanity was born in 1976 in Americus, Georgia. It was a movement to help people break the cycle of poverty by not spending too much of their annual income on housing. And so some volunteers began to build very simple homes with donated materials, the future homeowners themselves. And then we issue interest-free mortgages. So here we are 45 years later, we're still doing that. This home will be an 1,800 square foot home that we will sell through a zero interest mortgage over 30 years. We believe that people shouldn't spend too much of their annual income on housing. But furthermore, we believe that home ownership is particularly impactful in really breaking the cycle of poverty.
Yeah. So this particular build is going to a veteran.
A veteran family,
How,
yes.
how was that determined? How does that come about?
So we worked with the Borough of Westwood. This is part of their affordable housing obligation, their fair share plan. They wanted to build a single family home for a veteran, and we're part of their plan. So we worked with them in determining the size of the house and where it would be.
Super. Mm-hmm. Now, also with us today, Nikki, head
Hello.
of the Family Selection Committee.
Yes, hello. Maria, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having us. I've been the chair of the Family Selection Committee for about a year now, and what my committee will be doing is selecting a family that will ultimately be living in this beautiful house right here. We are going to have a few open houses probably sometime in December after we advertise the property, wherein prospective applicants will come to either the Restore with the socially distanced program, or we're having 2 Zooms too because of the whole situation we're in now. And at that time they will hear a little about Habitat, a little bit about the house, about the requirements for home ownership, and get an application to fill out and submit to us at a later date.
Yeah, so Nikki, you were telling me earlier, what are some of the requirements for...
Sure. Habitat Bergen has 3 main requirements. The first one is ability to pay. The applicants have to meet certain income requirements and can't be over a certain maximum income. And then there needs to be a need. The applicants have to have some kind of need, whether their current housing is not sufficient for reasons X, Y, and Z. And then probably the biggest requirement is a willingness to partner. Because Habitat issues interest-free mortgages with no down payment, they have to do 400 hours of sweat equity, which is in turn volunteering for Habitat, such as helping to build this house or doing any other volunteer activities with Habitat Bergen.
Okay, now out of those 400 hours, you were telling me that
Yes, 100 of those hours can be done by friends or family. We realize 400 hours seems like a lot, but once you get friends and family involved, it's really not that much.
Super, super. So, Maureen, this build, what kind of help do you need with this build right now?
So we need individuals to come out. We'll start opening up our volunteer portal on our website. You can visit habitatbergen.org and sign up. We will be welcoming corporate team builds as well as we have a tremendous volunteer group that call themselves the Greyheads. Our Greyheads are usually here every Wednesday building. It should take us about a year to build this home. Obviously, we don't have a crystal ball with COVID. We're not sure. It could take us longer. It might be more difficult to get volunteers out, but we will be building steadily over the next few months.
Okay, super. And you've got this in Westwood. What else is coming up?
Well, we recently completed a fourplex in Washington Township for veterans and seniors as well. We're in negotiations with another town very close by to build another single-family home, and we're looking forward to getting going on that very soon.
That's super. That's super. So, if there's a message that you guys want to put out there.
So Habitat is a hand up, it's not a hand out. Again, it's a zero-interest mortgage at an affordable price, but our families partner with us. Their down payment is essentially those 400 hours of sweat equity. And our families move forward in their lives. Many of our homeowners, we've been around in Bergen for 25 years. Some have paid off their mortgages. Many of their children have gone on to higher education. They've got some fantastic stories to tell, and they're part of our Habitat family forever. Our very first home we built in Teaneck 25 years ago was actually an old firehouse that we recycled into a duplex, and recently that family moved away. We bought the home back and we're reselling it to a new family. We call that a recycle. So it's really it's a special place to us because it's our very first home, and it's terrific that another family is going to have the opportunity to raise their kids in a beautiful home in Teaneck.
That's super. And help with the build. What's the volunteer situation right now?
So volunteers are hesitant to come out. We don't blame them. It's an interesting situation, but when we start framing on this home, it's naturally socially distant. Swinging a hammer, you have to give yourself plenty of room. We'll have some permanent sanitizing stations set up. We're looking at a sink to set up. So it will be all socially distanced. Typically, we have about 10 people on site. We're only allowing up to 5 during COVID. So, visit our website, habitatbergen.org, and sign up for the opportunity to come and help build this home.
And as a result of the reduced number of volunteers, builds are taking longer.
Yeah, they may take a little longer, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there soon enough.
Okay. And Nikki, from your end.
We are very excited to have this property in Westwood. I've grown up in this area 43 years. I've lived in Westwood for 2 now, and I'm so happy this town has a build going on, and we cannot wait to get the application process started, hold the Zoom and the socially distanced program, and once we get a family, they can help build the house, which is an amazing experience.
Great. Thank you both so much for being here. Again, it's
habitatbergen.org.
.org. You want to sign up, get more information, become a part of the build. So we hope to see you next week, where we hope to be showing off the Habitat for Humanity Restore over on Carver in Westwood.
Yes.
And but more about that during the week. Thanks for being here. Have a great weekend.
Maria, thank you so much.
Thank you, Maria.